We got to talk about, erections and things like that.
Indeed.
So
Indeed.
actually, if we're going to talk about women needing a little help, we got to talk about the men too. So one thing that men are exposed to that is really causing a lot of like erectile dysfunction these days, which is becoming more and more common for younger men, the toxins are lowering testosterone, but also they're very much surrounded. So especially men that drink alcohol, they're going to have a harder time with erections. But one of the big things, like I work with some golfers, and it's like they are surrounded by pesticides, glyphosate on these fields, and it is really affecting their body's ability to be intimate. It's affecting their testosterone, things like that. And so we've had to come up with an entire erectile dysfunction support, erectile support kit. And one of the things that we put in there is Zendocrine. So this one is really great at detoxing the sexual organs, as well as like the kidneys and bladder, which are key to keeping the prostate healthy. And so Zendocrine is going to be our number one. It's almost like our men's formula of Clary Calm, because it does have the geranium in it. It also has rosemary, which is an estrogen metabolizer, cleanses the liver. It helps, the juniper berry helps with the kidneys. The tangerine boosts the glutathione. It's just an incredible blend. So Zendocrine is a must for that. And then things that really help with overall erections is going to be ginger essential oil. So there's two ways you can take the ginger. You can take it in a veggie capsule, or you can take it in our MetaPower blend, which also combines cinnamon, which is going to help with blood flow and metabolism. And then it also has peppermint, which is going to help with inflammation. And then it has citrus oils, which helps with detox and glutathione. So that MetaPower and metabolic blend, such a key game changer for men dealing with this because of that ginger. If you need an extra boost, take an extra little veggie capsule of ginger under the tongue, in the belly button. Just drinking out for the day. I have a funny story actually about the MetaPower. This is hilarious. These women were at a bar and they had their MetaPower. Back then it was called Slim and Sassy. And these guys said, "Oh, is that something that's going to help me?" And sure, I'll take some. And they like overdosed on it. Like they drank, like they put a bunch, like they were like, right? They had erections for 4 hours.
Hold on. You know my next question. How many drops?
I don't even know how many drops. They took too much. I will tell you this. They took too much. But what
I want to know the number of drops, because that's, yeah.
So what I would do, I would take 4 drops in a veggie capsule of the ginger if you were really wanting a boost. And I would do that, try that for a week. And then I would pair that with the MetaPower veggie capsules. And I would take 1 3 times a day, or you could do, 1 in the morning and 2 at night, whatever you want to do. But I would take up to 3 capsules of the MetaPower. There's also a MetaPower oil. If you love the flavor, put it in your water.
I put it in my smoothies every morning.
Yeah, 5 to 15 drops throughout the day. You don't want to do more than 24 drops throughout a 24 period because the half-life is it takes about an hour to metabolize. And so you just want to, don't overdo it. But if you're really wanting a big result, that's the way to do it. I always say take with food so you're not hurting your tummy. Mm-hmm. That's a great way to take it. And then the other great oil for erections is actually Birch essential oil. Wow. And yeah, Birch, it's a brand new oil. Now, this is what I will say about Birch. doTERRA tested 28 Birch on the market. 100% of them are synthetic. So keep in mind. So this is what happened. This year, doTERRA got Birch. It took them 15 years to find a sustainable, pure Birch oil. Yeah. They looked for years. So just so you know, people have been selling fake Birch. And what they found was in this fake Birch that it was expired aspirin mixed with wintergreen, or expired aspirin mixed with petrochemicals. Completely 100% fake. So just know that when you're dealing with doTERRA Birch, it is $55, but it is pure. It's not the fake stuff. So when you're dealing with Birch, okay, let me just tell you, on an emotional level, Birch is the oil of support. So a lot of men putting it just on their low back, okay, is going to help them feel supported. It's going to get inflammation down. Now, the cool thing about Birch, if you look at these Birch trees, we get them from Pennsylvania. We have a really cool whole distillery with, in fact, the art of distilling Birch almost died, but we found the last descendant of a Birch distilling, like an old man, and he brought back the art of distilling Birch. It's the most beautiful thing. Wow. And doTERRA has the first sustainable Birch, commercial grade Birch on the market now. And it's just the most beautiful story. So bringing back this art of distilling oils and doing it the right way and not making it synthetically in a lab is what doTERRA is really passionate about. So just know every time you're buying a doTERRA oil, it's a humanitarian act. It's like you are serving humanity and you're bringing back sustainable regenerative type farming. So that aside, the birch trees, they're so strong, okay? They're so strong that they found that they will bend, but they won't break.
Yeah.
And so they're just very tough to break. So then that birch, that strength translate into us with our bones. It helps with our bones, it helps with our tissues, helps with our cartilage, and it helps with our testosterone and that kind of thing. So with birch, it's actually one of those oils that's not recommended for internal use label wise because you can overdose on it. But I will tell you that personally, we will use birch in like our root beer recipes. You can use it as like a flavoring, but we will use it topically. And I personally will take it under my tongue because I know ours is pure and I'm not stressed about it. So that's just what I'll do personally. But you guys can do whatever you choose to do. But warmed up and massaged on the low back, underneath the scrotum area with definitely a carrier oil because it's warm. It's going to increase circulation, but that is going to help with that erections.